The EZ-Hare's ear. Start by matching the barb on a size 18 Daiichi 1150 hook. Then set the hook in the jaws of your vise. Load a bobbin with 10/0 floral orange Veevus thread. Start your thread behind the eye and wrap back before cutting the tail end off. Then continue down into the hook shank a bit. Now go to some pheasant tail feathers dyed brown and select 6 or so fibers. Pull them parallel to the stem and either pull or cut them off, remembering to keep the tips aligned. Measure a tail about 1 hook shank in length and transfer that measurement to the back end of the fly. And then I like to secure the pheasant tail behind the eye and wrap back, pulling the pheasant tail down as I go, making sure that it stays on top of the hook shank. Now go to some small gold ultra wire. Get a section that's about 6 to 8 inches, or whatever is easy to work with. Grab the tip of the wire and tie it on the far side, and then with thread wraps, slowly bring it towards the near side. Now go to some natural colored SLF Squirrel Dub. Get a small clump and kind of separate it in your fingers. Make a small dubbing noodle. Remember to keep it thin, maybe taper it a bit. Start making touching wraps up the hook shank towards the eye. Once you get just behind the eye, go ahead and stop wrapping and grab the wire. Make 5 or so wraps up through the dubbing. These will be open spiral, not touching wraps. Once you reach your thread, go ahead and tie it off, and then you can helicopter the wire off. Now go back to some more dubbing. Here we'll create the thorax. No need to taper it, just another small clump and dubbing noodle to make a nice plump thorax, and wrap back to about 1/3 behind the eye. And then fold the remaining pheasant tail over and tie it down. Then you can go ahead and finish your thread. This should give you a little hot spot of thread right in the middle of the fly. And you can go ahead and cut your thread off, pull the pheasant tail up, and cut it close. At this point, the fly is basically done, but if you want to scruff out some of the fibers of the dubbing, you can get a dubbing brush or a piece of Velcro and do that. This fly works as a really good dropper off of a bigger grasshopper or just heavier nymph, especially in the winter months. And that's it, that's the fly.